And today we're going to be checking out 3 Strats and, well, one is a Strat and 2 S-type guitars and compare them and stuff. And my name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. We're going to check out these guitars today. But do us a favour, hit like and subscribe on the channel. Give us a thumbs up, ding that bell, and say hi in the comments.
Please do.
Do you have a preference?
Please do. Yeah, so what I thought what we do today is we've got these 3 guitars, right? So we've got the Hybrid 2, made in Japan, Hybrid 2 Jazzmaster. We've got the Indonesian-made Yamaha Pacifica Standard Plus. And we've got the also Indonesian-made Sire S7, right? All 3 guitars, slightly modernized versions of a Strat.
Yeah.
All 3 of them have maple necks and maple boards. This is roasted. But they're all maple. They're all older bodies. They all have 2-point trems. They're all HSS configurations. They all have locking tuners. So we thought, let's shoot them out, see what the difference is. And yeah, you guys let us know in the comments below which one you like best as well. So we're going to quickly look into some specs, look into prices, and then play them all, and then say which ones we like best.
Good stuff. Just so you know, we're going to cover this at the top of the video. The setup, so you know what you're hearing, is through a Mozztronics Amp Switcher, Cherry Tone OTS Mini 20 head, which is just a clean platform. 2-notes Torpedo, Captor X for the IRs and Verb, and that's what we were going to hear. There is an overdrive pedal, which we might kick on out later on.
The Ploverdrive by Galacor Effect.
That'll happen later.
Yeah, so I just thought, let's check them all out. I mean, all 3, like I said, older bodies, maple necks and boards, locking tuners, 2-point trems. Okay, first thing, let's just drum them clean.
Sure, let's do
and
clean
to see and feel. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You're welcome to.
I'll start. Okay, let's go with. Let's start with the real thing, the Strat.
Yeah.
Let's go by sort of how it feels, what the frets feel like, and what it sounds like quickly through all the pickups clean, right? So we got bridge pickup. We can coil tap this one, and I think we can coil tap this one, but we can't coil tap that one. So let's not worry about the coil tap.
Also, just play the humbucker.
Yeah, mate.
It's there to use.
That's what it's there for.
Do it.
Come on. All right, start with humbucker. So this is just. Next position. Middle pickup. Those 2. And just the neck. I like the pickups in this guitar.
Yeah.
Nicely balanced. I like the bridge humbucker. It sounds good. Let's go. Okay, let's just go next. Let's just quickly just look at just an E and A chord. What the difference is. So Yamaha Pacifica Standard Plus. There is a more expensive alternative, which is a Japanese one as well. But this is the middle of the range one. Same configuration. Let's start off bridge pickup, a humbucker. It sounds like this. Oh, to turn the tuner off. It sounds like this. Darker straight away. Those 2. Middle pickup. Those 2. And an egg. Darker guitar. Straight away. Gotta say, the pot, this one is a very nice feeling pot. Do you want to do E and A?
Middle.
And an egg. Okay, so first impressions. Which one sounded the best to you?
Maybe tonally, this sits between those 2.
That one's the brightest,
Gentlest. This one's maybe
a fair bit darker.
Around it, yeah. I feel like this might come into its own with some overdrive, so it doesn't get spiky.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Strats can get a bit full on.
Yeah.
Playability. This does feel good. Like, has got some rounded over edges of
the
fretboard.
Okay, well, you just check out all 3 necks. We'll hand you the guitars.
Okay.
Check out all 3 necks, just how they feel. More of a feel thing now.
Smash into each other. Oh, this is a bit faster, a little bit thinner. Still nicely finished. Very nicely finished. Yeah, this is maybe kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With meat wires.
Yeah.
Also nicely finished fret ends and fretboard. Maybe it's even brighter acoustically.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the brightest guitar. Just while we're talking things that I just noticed while we're doing this, this has got the contoured heel.
Yep.
These two have the more traditional square, but that's got some contouring as well.
Contour down.
But it's not as round as that.
It's sloped away though.
It's sloped away. It is sloped away, yeah. And that's a much more traditional kind of looking heel. Also, just want to mention, this is, I think, got out of the three, the best, my favourite truss rod adjustment, which is here.
The wheel.
Does that have it on top?
That has got access on
Access
the
there,
ends.
and that one's got access on here as well.
Yep. Allen key stuff. Let's play some more, huh?
Do you want to play some more with, and then want to do some, let's do some drive.
Okay.
So this is a Ploverdrive. We just got a little bit of sort of gain, nothing too fancy.
Yep.
So this is what that guitar sounds like.
Cool.
Next.
Does feel nice, that neck.
Oh, it's already plugged in. It's all good.
Is that?
It's already plugged in.
Ah.
Oh, give me that and I'll plug the other one in for you.
Okay. Switcheroo. The old switcheroo.
Mm-hmm. Last. Hang on, which that way. So we don't get too many nods.
We're good at this.
Yeah, professional.
Back to that one.
All right, quick first impressions. Start with Sire.
The neck on this is lovely.
It's a great neck, isn't it? I was just sitting here before with it. It's a good neck, isn't it?
Just nice to touch.
It's a good neck.
Um,
And the finish on the neck too is
yes,
very
it's also
nice.
matte back with a gloss front,
Yeah.
which is cool. I should note, I believe there's a new version out in V2.
I think there's a version 2 of them out, which maybe... But I still think this is stainless steel frets. I think it was stainless steel frets then as well. The new one definitely does, but I'm pretty sure that's stainless steel. Let's look at some specs. Just quickly, nothing too fancy. So the Sire, we have... So like I said, older body. We have their own proprietary pickups, which I think... All three of these guitars, the pickups are specific to the guitar. So these are the Hybrid 2 pickups. These are the specific Larry Carlton Sire pickups. And these are the specific Pacifica Rupert Neve pickups. So they're all their own specific things. This is a compound radius. 9.5 to 14-inch compound radius. With stainless steel frets. With a 2-post tremolo bridge, locking tuners. That's the Sire. If we're looking at the Yamaha, we have... It doesn't say that it's compound, so I'm going to say it's not a compound neck.
That's usually like a selling point for some reason, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it with the specs, so I don't think it is.
I've got guitars with both compound and not compound, and it's just... Does it make it better or worse? It just makes it different, right?
Well, I think if you like the more flatter, shreddy thing and big bends...
Super low action.
Super low action, and that's maybe the thing.
Helps, yeah.
So this doesn't say it is. It doesn't say that it is stainless steel. So if it doesn't say it, I assume it's not. And I'm pretty sure the Strat...
Probably not.
Is... no. So they're not... doesn't say again. It doesn't say. They just say narrow tall frets.
Sure.
That's 9.5 inch. I'm pretty sure this is 9.5 inch, and that's compound.
Yep. Right. So.
Also, this comes in a nice bag.
Yes.
Quite a nice bag, which is actually just over there.
Gig bag, yeah.
Soft gig bag. This comes in a very basic gig bag, but gig bag. This, at the time when we got it, them didn't come in a gig bag. Maybe it comes in a gig bag. I don't know if the new ones. Actually, does it say anything on the website?
We had this one for a little while. We got some guitars to demo.
Well, we had this when they first came out, basically. They sent them to us. It doesn't say if it comes. It just says this is the new generation on the website now. So, between the three, feel-wise, which one do you like the best?
All the necks are quite good.
They're all comfortable necks,
I don't think I can fault the necks and playability.
No, all the fret ends, they're very nicely done, all three guitars.
This might be might be rounded over slightly more than the others.
Yeah.
But not in a detrimental to the others way.
They're all satin finishes.
I do feel like this one's a Strat. Sounds like a Strat.
Yeah.
Even with the humbucker, it's a Strat. They can't fight it. This is a HSS guitar, and that I quite like.
This is its own thing.
Yeah.
Even though it is kind of... This to me... So to me, right, personally, just from when you were playing, this to me is the most unique sounding one.
Sure.
It has its own voice. Whether that's the voice you like or not is a different question. But these two sounded strattier.
Yeah.
This didn't sound as stratty.
Do you want to play with some gain?
I'll play with some gain? Okay, let's start off with this. So... Switcheroo.
Smash into each other.
Bridge pickup. And one more switcheroo.
Fender.
Bridge pickup. Yeah, this one sounds the most different.
Yeah.
This one sounds great. I mean, we'll get into price as well in a second.
Sure.
But that's a great sounding guitar. This, yeah, it's the most Strat sound. I mean, it is a Strat, but to me, this is the most. It sounds like a Strat. Well, while we're talking about that sort of stuff, let's get into price, because it kind of blew me away. I forgot how cheap these things are. Because I thought I looked up these two, right? The Pacifica and the Hybrid.
Let's get rid of that for a second.
Let's get rid of that. I looked at the Pacifica and the Hybrid. So the Pacifica, and we'll do all the prices. So in Australia, the Pacifica, $17.99.
Yeah, cool. That's
right.
Pretty good value.
So it's the most expensive one out of all of them, which is at Sweetwater. So this is Australian dollar $17.99. Sweetwater in America, US $11.99. Anderton's in pounds $9.99. Tormund in Europe $12.59.
Sure.
So this is the most expensive one out of the three. The Hybrid Strat in Australia is $14.99.
Okay.
I couldn't find it in America because it's maybe not out anymore, doesn't exist anymore.
Possibly.
But in Europe and England, it's actually more expensive than this. So in Australia, that's the most expensive.
I wonder if that's literally logistics. Like Japan is closer to Australia than going to Europe.
No, well, maybe, yeah. Well, in Europe, the Yamaha is £9.99 and €12.59. This is €13.99 and £11.49. But in Australia, this is £1,400. This is £1,800.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper in Australia for some reason. So we've got, but I mean, similar price. That's to say, right? Yep. In England and in Europe, and if you can get them in America. Similar price. In Australia, about $300 difference. Now, the thing that blew my mind, this thing is about $1,000 in Australia, or $1,100, so a little bit cheaper, but $5.99 US, £4.99, and $5.55 at Tormund in euro. So we're looking at half the price of these.
Yeah, sure.
Not in Australia. In Australia, this is a bit more expensive. But in Europe, you're looking at, this is literally, I mean, $4.99 versus, this is pounds, $4.99 versus $9.99 versus $1,100, $11.49. And in Tormund in Europe as well, so we're looking at €5.55, less than half price, €5.55, €12.59, €13.99. So price, okay, let's talk about what you get for the price.
Sure.
And I mean, we work with all three companies, so take it whichever way you want to take it. This is our opinion, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? If you're looking at, because I mean, they are relatively similar guitars.
Yeah. That's the whole point of the video.
In a nutshell, they are slightly modern with a flatter radius, fretboard, 2-point trem, HSS, maple neck and board. Locking tuners, so it has a modernistic kind of vibe to it. Thoughts when you're taking pricing into consideration?
Price in consideration. At these prices, like this is obviously good value for money because it holds its own against the other two. But at these prices, I don't think it matters that much because you save up for an extra month or two with your pocket money.
True.
If we were talking about 2,000 versus 6,000 for a custom.
Yeah.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
But when it's hundreds of dollars or hundreds of euros or hundreds of money,
hundreds of money.
I don't know if it matters too much.
No.
I think at this kind of bracket, it's more what you love, what's going to make you play guitar, make music, get excited to pick the thing up rather than watching trash TV, right? So, in that thought. Oh, the other question was, what do you think of the trem system? Trem feels.
Trem. In all honesty, I don't use them that much, but I do. I remember because I had one of the FM, which is Soul Sense, but I had that, and I thought it was a good trem. I do like the trem on here. Yep. I think this is probably the smoothest trem. This is a very Strat. Yep. Again, this is the strattiest of all.
Yes.
This is probably the smoothest trem. So for me, right, if you just throwing it out there. Okay. Value for money, that thing's insane. I think what you get, stainless steel frets, baked or roasted maple neck.
Cooked wood.
Yep. Older body, compound radius, locking tuners. It stays in tune really well. I remember mine, the FM stayed in tune very, very well. I think value for money, that thing is insane. And to me also, if you don't like the pickups, which some people don't, it's a great modding platform. Stick different pickups in it.
Yep.
Change it, do whatever you want with it. I think the pickups are good, personally.
Yeah, pickups fun.
I think this is the most expensive and possibly the most unique soundings. Yeah. This to me has its most own voice out of the three. Also, the looks is maybe a little bit more with the cut off pick out there. Maybe a little bit more. Some people may like it, some people don't. May be sort of splitting people's opinions on it. But I think this is maybe the most modern.
Yeah, I can see that.
This has the most modern vibe to it.
Yep.
I think it looks good too. I do like it, the look of it. I do think it's a good guitar. And the pickups have their own sort of sound. It doesn't sound like other things. This is a Strat.
And a really nice one.
It's a great guitar. It sounds really good. I do really like those pickups.
I think for a Strat, it's Fender, it's not Squire.
Yeah.
Really good value for money.
I think the Japanese made stuff, we say it all the time. I think the Japanese made stuff, value for money, is on a whole nother level for Japanese made stuff, in my opinion. But to me, if you want a Strat or an S-type guitar without paying too much money, but you want Fender written on the headstock, this thing is killer.
Go.
And you get the very traditional Fender sounds. If you want something that you can maybe mod, or something that you're not too worried about at gigs that you can throw around, but they will hold up and is super cheap and gives you great value for money, that thing. If you want something that's not like a Strat, but a bit more unique, but with Strat vibes, that thing.
Blue
me.
Blue guy.
I wouldn't call one better than the other.
If it was myself making a choice, if I wanted a Strat tone, go to Fender. If I wanted a really nice guitar to play shows with, this one.
Okay.
Yep.
That, to me, value for money is insane. What you get with that, though. I mean, the Sire stuff is on another level. I don't know what the new ones are going to cost now, the new version 2 when they're coming out and all that sort of stuff, and if the prices have changed much since the version 1 thing. But, I mean, in the end, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below if you heard much of a difference between the guitars. It was just a quick video I thought could be fun to do. Let us know what your thoughts are.
Links below to socials and podcasts. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching a video about talking.
Yeah.
And, we'll see you soon on the internet.
And thank you to Fender, thanks to Sire, and thanks to Yamaha for working with us. And please work with us after this video too. I think they're all good guitars. That's the most politically correct answer I can give.
Yeah, different voices, right?
Different voices, yeah. See you in the next one.
Catch you soon.